Hello, young man. Got a bit of bad news. We're not going to let you graduate unless you take a semester of PE. Dude, what are you talking about? I was on the friggin' swimming team for 2 years. Don't that count for nothing? Oh, we're giving you 1 semester's worth of credit. But the thing of it is, you need 2 semesters in order to graduate. Here's a book of PE courses. Why don't you pick one now? Damn it, let me see. Archery, golf, badminton, no, and no. Hey, there's actually a course in jogging in here? That's gotta be the easiest thing in here. Sign me up. The course was actually quite simple and effective. They timed you at the beginning for a mile. Everyone knew you might as well go slow because they were going to time you again at the end. And then for the next 11 weeks, they just asked you to jog, keep a record of what you did, and that was it. For the first 4 weeks, I hated it, but over time I started to look forward to it, and by the end, I was hooked. I joked that this was the most important course I took at the University of North Carolina. I kept jogging until about 7 weeks ago, when it became too painful for my right knee. My primary care doctor sent me to get an MRI and called me the next day with alarming results. Have you been in a car accident or gone parachuting recently? Your femur, strongest bone in the human body, has a fracture. I want you to see an orthopedic surgeon stat. First, however, I scoured the internet for likely treatment options. Painful titanium screws might be able to keep the fracture in place. At the very least, a groin-to-toe cast will be needed for 12 weeks. My twin brother, one of the best fake doctors around and a nationally ranked masters swimming champion, tried to reassure me. Jim wrote, I have highlighted the most notable findings. My global impression, unremarkable, with perhaps a few assorted trivial sub-findings of dubious clinical significance. He recommended that I increase my Prozac and beer consumption to combat anxiety. And yet, fake doctors can only help their twin to a limited extent. Nervous to the point of nausea, I went to see the orthopedic surgeon. He allowed me to film him as long as I didn't put it on YouTube. For that reason, I have hired an actor to play the part of this terrific doctor, who I will simply call Dr. Neil Legspert.
Hi, I'm Ross Stonington, and I played the part of Dr. Neil Legspert. I just want to say, Dr. Legspert was amazing. One of the great characters I've ever tried to play, and I did not do him justice. A very cool guy indeed. All I can say about Legspert not wanting to be on YouTube, Cal Delage, Cal effing Delage.
Hi, Dr. Legspert. Thank you so much for seeing me. You don't mind if I record you? I make videos for a living.
Why don't you just put it down and press record? Because I think what's going to happen is you're not going to hear a thing I'm telling you.
Oh, I'll hear it. I'll be able to relive it. I'm listening.
You're not going to get your medical degree today. You're just going to get a basic understanding of what's going on with your knee. The basic understanding is you've got arthritis in your knee, which is a natural process of aging to the body.
Oh boy.
So our knee joints are covered with cartilage, which is a protective surface for the knee.
Okay.
If we all live long enough, that protective surface will start to thin down. Think of it nowadays as a perfectly paved road. Gets cracks, gets little potholes. Cracks and potholes develop as a process of arthritis. As the cartilage thins away, the bone sees more stress. If the bone sees more stress, the bone fills up with fluid.
Not getting any younger.
Especially in an impactful activity like running. Okay? So if I got a runner who runs on a knee that's got arthritis, it's just a matter of time before the bone sees the stress. Too much stress too aggressively, you might get little stress fractures. It's not a crack from a car accident. It's not a crack from falling off a building.
Well,
Two different cracks. This is an overuse pattern from too little protection. I can see it in teenagers who run too much.
I didn't know that.
You got arthritis in your knee, and you gotta run less.
Yeah, I got it.
Everybody trades in their running shoes at a point in time for a bike or a pool.
Yep.
The best aerobic activity when your joints are starting to get beat up is swimming. You only get one set of cartilage pads, and once they go away, they're gone.
So if I wanted to avoid problems in the future, maybe I'll have to give up jogging?
You made it to 63, that's pretty good. You don't have any meniscal tears. I don't see that.
Huh.
See all that white? That's fluid buildup in your bone. That's not supposed to be there.
Where on that picture would the fracture be?
Don't keep using the word fracture. You don't have a fracture.
What will make that fluid in my bone go away?
Time.
Well, I'll be.
I'm going to put you on an anti-inflammatory for a couple weeks to calm it down. And there's one last thing.
I'm listening.
Doing some strength training is helpful to knee joints. A little strength training routine for your upper and lower body is just as important, in my opinion, as your cardio.
All joking aside, I am not happy about giving up my jogging. It has been so wonderful for so many years, but life goes on. Some wise and caring friends who know me all too well gave me words to live by. I do love to snivel, but it doesn't really help.